Congruence means having the same size and shape. These two triangles are congruent to each other if they have the same size and shape. The way they're oriented makes it a little bit difficult to tell, so let's take this triangle and rotate it so that it looks more like the other one, and if we put one on top of the other, you can see that they're identical. That makes them congruent. The symbol for congruence is an equal sign with a squiggly on top of it. Congruence and equality are similar, but they're also different, and the difference is important. If you had $1, that would be equivalent to having 4 quarters. But those 4 quarters don't have the same size and shape as the dollar, so they're not congruent to each other. Let's take this segment and duplicate it so we know we're dealing with two congruent segments. When you look at a diagram and you see two segments, you can't be certain that they're congruent unless you're told that they're congruent. So, the way that you'll know that segments are congruent in a diagram is with tick marks. If you see one tick mark and one tick mark, that means these two orange segments are congruent to each other. They could also use a double tick mark and a double tick mark. If you've got another set of congruent segments on the page, you're going to have to use a different number of tick marks. So we could use triple tick marks for these guys, for example, to show that they're congruent. Now, let's put some letters on the endpoints of each segment so that we can make some statements about these segments. If we wanted to write a segment that said AB was congruent to CD, we would write it like this. Segment AB, with a segment symbol over it, is congruent to segment CD. Let's say that segment AB had a length of 5 centimeters. We could also write AB is equal to 5 centimeters. And remember before we discussed the fact that that symbol in this case means is equal in length to. So this line would read AB is equal in length to 5 centimeters. You could also say AB equals CD, but you just have to be careful because what you're saying when you write this is that the length of AB is equal to the length of CD. That's similar, but not the same as saying AB is congruent to CD, which means that if you took AB and physically put it on top of CD, they would be the same size and shape.